Welcome to the world's greatest stretch. This is a stretch that you're gonna be able to use before a workout, after a workout, and I'm gonna give it yoga vibe, mobility vibe, functionality vibe. As always, do a little mobility warm-up before this. For this particular one, I would recommend a lot of rotation and a lot of hip rolls. We are gonna get started on the yoga mat as always. If it's your first time joining us for a yoga flow, we always do generally 3 movements in and out of the posture, followed by a holding of the highlighted asana. Start in downward facing dog, feet hip width, hands shoulder width apart, upside down letter V, pressing into the thumb and index finger. Inhale, right leg high to the sky, scorpion the leg, open the hip. Exhale, take a big fat step outside the left hand. Inhale, come back into scorpion. Exhale as if you're hurdling over something so you can get a nice range of motion in the right hip. Last one. Inhale, articulating through. Exhale, keep your hands planted firmly into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, take that big giant step, holding here. For this particular dragon lunge, I want you to find that hip extension, meaning I want you to press the left hip forward, right knee stacked over right ankle. On your next inhale, hover the right hand. Exhale, thread it through as if you're doing an arm thread, and we're looking for a lot of thoracic rotation. Inhale, reaching high to the sky into your low lunge twist. Exhale, thread it through. This is great because your spine can and will be stiff if you work out a lot, and you want to keep as much mobility as you can. Inhale, reaching through. As you exhale, notice I'm rotating torso, reaching up towards the sky. Last one, inhale, reach it through. You can always just place a forearm on the mat as well. Your right knee is going to slightly turn out, stable, still keeping some of that hip extension in the left hip. Breathing here. On your next inhale, reaching up. Exhale, just rotate a little bit further. Stay here for 2 breaths. Looking for that deep rotation in the thoracic torso area and making sure that the right foot is stable, leaning slightly forward. Take a big inhale. Exhale, right foot will be inside the right hand. As you exhale, coming into long pyramid. Inhale, runner's lunge. This feels awesome actually. Exhale, long pyramid. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. One more, really over-articulating, over-emphasizing the movement. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. Holding here for 2 to 3 breaths. This combination of dynamic stretching with static postures is where it's at. It's going to light you up. Long pyramid because the leg length is a little bit longer than the short pyramid. It's voodoo. On your next inhale, sneak the back leg in, drop the knee. Inhale, both arms reach directly overhead. Exhale, reaching right arm up and over into a half moon situation. You can also go to the top of the back foot. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach, making length in the spine. Exhale, reach over, kind of like a half moon. Last 2 before we hold. Inhale. Exhale. Still pressing left hip forward. Planting right foot down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's go up and over. So I'm actively reaching with the left hand to the side, reaching right up with the right arm. Inhale, back to center, other side, hold for about 2 breaths. You're gonna feel a deep stretch in the left side of the body, especially if you press the left hip forward. Keep the chin level. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, reach. Feels awesome. On your last one, you're going to tuck the back toe, make a fist with the left hand, right hand is out, pick up the back leg, and then just tuck the back hip, release, tuck, release, tuck, release. Last one, tuck and hold, activating the glute, find the tension And on your next inhale, just stand straight up. One-legged Tadasana, take a big inhale. Send the chest away from the big toe or the foot. Exhale, coming into Warrior Three, but this ain't your regular Warrior Three. This is the ultimate Warrior Three. So I want you to squeeze your shoulders, flexing the foot. Inhale, back to one-legged Tadasana, finding balance, sending chest away. Exhale. Thumbs up to yourself and rotate your thumbs up and out. Flexing back foot, squeezing the body. Inhale. You're going to start to find your right leg is lit and firing up. Feels awesome. Exhale, work through it. This is where the yoga's at. The movement between the movement, breathing into the body, expanding in all directions. Inhale. Just holding for 2 breaths. Sending the chest away. Ooh, pressing down through the 4 corners of the feet. That's where it's going to be important for you to maintain the balance. Last one, as we come into Warrior Three, just holding for 2 breaths. Flexing back foot. Who can lift it up a little bit higher? Inhale, arms reach overhead. Coming into mountain pose, hands go to the small of the back. Exhale. Dropping the head back. 2 more. Inhale, hips go forward. Exhale. Ooh, 1 more. I got lost in the yoga vibe. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, we're going to hold for 2 breaths. Option to keep the feet hip-width apart, especially if it's your first go-around. Elbows contract in and down, pressing the hips forward. Actively squeeze the glutes. Feel yourself light up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, just right into downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Let's wave it 1 time. And while in downward dog, for this particular one, I want you to find some protraction in the shoulders so you're not jamming. Don't be jamming the shoulders down the back. Let them be free. They want to be free. They want to roam wild. They want to hit the streets. They'll come back. On your inhale, looking either forward or up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the chin, reverse the order all the way up. Right into the other side. Left leg is going to start our yoga journey, letting your body open and be free. Inhale, left leg high. Accepting where you're at in your practice and your shapes. Take that big giant step. Again, on this one, knee is stacked, extension in the back hip. So you should feel when you take that step, as soon as you make contact with the earth, that your right hip's going to press forward. Inhale, scorpion. Check it out. I'm hurdling over something, keeping the knee high as I can, contracting, stepping, stacking. Left leg is stable, pressing hip forward. You can even open up the chest a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. These are more of a transitional type movements. We're not going to hold this one. We are going to move on to the next movement, which is the thoracic thread. So inhale, levitate, hover, float left hand. As you exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reaching up. Looking for that rotation. Exhale. Like a spinning top. Thread it through. The left knee can open up a little bit. Inhale. Looking for that deep rotation. Legs are stable. Upper body is finding that rotational freedom. Inhale up. Now on your next exhale, we're going to park it for about 2 to 3 breaths. Kind of a static type posture. But I'm actively reaching, rotating. This feels amazing right now on the back. Oh, I can't even tell you. And then on the next inhale, rising up, finding your low lunge twist, but check it out. Looking for that deep rotation. Stretching in all directions. accepting where you're at. Spine is free, arms are reaching, legs are strong. Big inhale. Exhale, left hand outside the left foot. And you are in your runner's lunge. As you exhale, we are going to go to Egypt. Egypt air, so long pyramid. Inhale, back to runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid, getting a nice stretch in the left hammy. Inhale, when you come into runner's lunge, make sure that the right hip presses forward. It's because I went to Egypt. That's why I got tongue-tied, learning a new language. Inhale, runner's lunge, pressing hip forward. Exhale, coming into long pyramid. Last one, articulating. Inhale. Let's hold our highlighted asana. Exhale, long pyramid. The heels are pretty much in alignment. The back foot is 45 degree. If the heel doesn't touch, you can elevate like you got a pair of Jimmy Choos on. As you exhale, just take the knee. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, let's start with the left arm's gonna reach up and over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Inhale, pressing the right hip forward. This one also feels amazing. You're getting a deep body stretch, side body stretch, because your bottom half of your body is anchored. So it's just a great feeling because you can get a little more leverage, working through, tracking the movement. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, parking it on the left arm towards the right side, opening up that entire side body. Inhale, back to center. Other side, world's greatest stretch because it hits all the major muscle groups, particularly the ones that we abuse from sitting down too much. I know in this day and age, it's like, that's abusing the body? Yeah, that's abusing the body. Sit down for long periods of time, you're gonna get all stiffed up. Finishing in the center. Now this time, I want you to pick up the back knee, hover the knee. Inhale, let the tailbone flick back. As you exhale, tuck. Inhale, flick. Exhale, tuck. Flick, tuck and hold. Take a big inhale. Tighten up, find that energy. And then as you stand up, just be graceful. Hands 2 inches below the knee. Inhale, send the chest up and back. Exhale. Not your typical warrior three. This is, what do we call it? The ultimate warrior three. All my wrestling fans out there, I just gave you the nod. Inhale, sending the chest up and back. Notice that I'm almost like leaning back. Exhale, squeezing shoulder blades together, thumbs up, even rotating slightly out. Left leg is starting to light up right about now. But rather than dwell on the discomfort, I'm going to breathe into the slight discomfort. Exhaling out. Ooh, finding alignment with the body, the mind, the emotions. Hold here for 2 breaths. I can feel my left leg being lit up. Send the chest up. Enjoy that. Accept that. Sending the leg back into warrior 3, holding here for about 2 breaths. Who can get the right leg up a little bit higher? By planting the left down a little bit further. Inhale, arms reach up. Hands go behind the back, pressing the hips forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And I want you to put your hands on your tailbone so you can feel your elbows drag in towards one another. It's an awesome feeling. Inhale. And you can feel your glutes activate. So more hip extension on this one than relaxation, because it'll fire you up. Exhale, forward fold. Head is heavy, neck is long, belly is soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can go on the shins. Exhale, just step back, down dog. Hips way up and back, shoulders protracted. Inhale, wave through. Like you're saying hello to the body. ¿Cómo estás? That's Spanish for how are you? But I bet you knew that. Inhale, looking up. Can we flip the script? As you exhale, start with your eyes first. Look down. And then your chin and your head. Staying forward. Sending the hips up and back. Take a little knee. Drop it down. Are you ready to put the world's greatest stretch into practice? One breath, one movement, and I'm going to cue you as we go along. Shake it on out. Starting in downward facing dog, planting the hands. So 6 times total. So right, left, right, left, right, left. And we call it a day. And by day, I mean a yoga practice. So hands shoulder width apart. One note on downward dog before we begin, little tip, is make sure that your wrists stay parallel with the top of the mat. That'll help keep healthy wrists while you're moving in your yoga journey. Downward facing dog, we're gonna start. I'll give you cueing, protracted shoulders, feet hip width apart. Inhale, right leg high to the sky, bending the knee, opening up the hip. Exhale, take a big giant step. Feel yourself roll through the body. Inhale, hover the right hand. Exhale, thread it through. I'm looking for a deep twist, a deep rotation. Inhale, coming into the low lunge. As you exhale, twist a little bit further. Inhale, runner's lunge, hand outside the foot. Let's go to Egypt. Exhale, long pyramid. One of my favorite right here. Inhale, drop the back knee, arms reach up. Exhale, right arm up and over. Inhale, left arm up and over. Exhaling into that side body stretch. Inhale, hover the knee, make a fist. Exhale, tuck the back hip, squeeze it. Inhale, hover, float, find one-legged Tadasana. On the exhale, I want the extra ultimate warrior 3. Flying back, squeezing the body, flexing the foot. Inhale, long breath all the way to the back, pressing the hips forward, activating the glutes. Exhale, forward fold. Hands can go flat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back. Just a downward facing dog. You know what we're gonna do. Make sure you start with protracted shoulders, roll. Looking at the belly button, finding the shape and accepting however you get there, it's perfect. Looking up, reverse, exhale. Looking for maximum extension and flexion of the body. Let's go right to that other side. Shall we? Inhale, left leg up and high. Exhale, curl it. Articulate, take the step. Woo, dragon lunge. Inhale, hover, left hand. Exhale, look for that rotation. Inhale up, finding position, exhale, rotate further. Find the motion, the movement, connect it. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. Inhale, drop back knee, arms reach up. Exhale, left arm reaches over. Coming into a half moon scenario. Scene. Inhale, other side. You're gonna feel that side body stretch more because the hip is anchoring you down. Come back to center. Hover the knee, make the fist. Inhale, as you exhale, tuck the back hip. Inhale, hands reach out in front. It'll help balance. You can even drag the toe. Chest goes away. Exhale, finding the warrior 3. The strong warrior 3. Foot is planted, stamping down big toe. Here's your big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back. Downward dog. To set the tone for this next time around, a little bit quicker, inhale. Articulating. And by quicker, I don't mean frantic. I mean just feeling the body. riding the breath. It's like a dance. Inhale, scorpion. Exhale, dragon lunge. Inhale, hover right hand. Exhale, thread it. Inhale, low lunge twist, but wait, there's more. Exhale, rotate, continue the motion. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. Inhale, drop the knee, reach up, and reach up and over. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, deep side body stretch. Inhale, square off. Exhale, tuck, hip, squeeze. Inhale, hands are going to reach forward. Find the balance, send the chest away. Exhale, contract. Control your limbs from your center. Extend the arms out. Ooh, inhale. Stay here for an exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands can go flat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back. Inhale, roll through. All the way to the tippy toes. Imagine separating the mat apart with your feet, because it's going to feel tremendous on the hips. Exhale. I couldn't find the words because I was in the moment. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, take the step. Inhale, hover. So I just shift my weight a little bit. Exhale, thread it through. Really looking for that rotation. Inhale up. Exhale, find it at the top as well. Connect movement to movement. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, long pyramid. Drop the back knee. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, left arm reaches up and over, as if you're trying to catch something in the air that's passing you by, maybe an idea. You're gonna catch that idea and then save it for later. Come back to center, square off, arms out. This is a strong pose. Inhale, so very yang. Squeeze. Inhale, let the arms go forward. Again, you can drag the big toe. It'll help maintain your balance. Send the chest up and back. Exhale, warrior three, like you're flying over a country when you're going to be allowed to travel again. Inhale, arms reach up. Hands go to the smaller back. Make connection. Let's stay here for another breath. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You can heel toe your feet in a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Long hamstrings, long lengthy spine and back. Downward dog. Now, I'm just going to breathe with you. Flow with it. You know what's coming up. I'll give you minimals cueing. It's a minimal type of yoga practice. Protract the shoulders. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Egypt. Half moon it. Lengthen spine. Strong pose. Drag toe. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step back. Other side. Energized, pumped, ready to go, roll. World's greatest stretch, starting with an up dog. Ooh, hips are open. Mind is open. Step. Inhale, reach. Up and over. Power, grace, balance. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back. Let's finish with one down dog to up dog. Feet hip width, hand shoulder width. Upside down letter B. Pressing the thumb and index finger. Pigeon toe your feet slightly. It's subtle. Imagine there's a cord underneath your palm and your hips are going to go so far back that your shoulders are going to protract. Now, looking for maximum flexion into extension. Spiraling the biceps out, looking up, reverse, shoulders, mid-back, lower, drop it on down. Woo. Let us finish with a little breathing. Let's talk a little bit about Ujjayi breathing, and the simple way to approach it is it can be very sound, like rhythmical ocean Darth Vader. We'll do about 10 breaths, right, just for you to get the vibe of it. And what you're going to want to do is seal off the lips. So seal your lips and constrict the throat slightly. It's going to create a vibrational feeling in the chest and upper body. And you're going to be able to hear it. It's going to be very audible. So, simple seated pose. Inhale. Just like that. 9 more. We can go a little bit quicker in this one. More. Now I want you to let your body expand naturally on the inhale and close on the exhale. Last one, longest one you got. There you have it, the world's greatest stretch from more of the functional world, but we brought it over into the yoga world, gave it some vibe with some breath and some connection. And one thing to remember about a dedicated yoga practice is that it can check your want and desire for a physical appearance that sometimes is unattainable, because what you tend to see in magazines, photos, and videos has been doctored up by a Photoshop, lighting, computers. Like they go in there and they mock it up, and it's because they have to sell you something in order for you to attain that. But it's unattainable, because if you attained it, then you would no longer be wanting to buy or purchase the service or product. So sometimes the yoga aspect from the movement side of things can check yourself. It can help you rein back in and create a self-positive body image, meaning that you're going to feel more comfortable and confident the majority of the days. And there will be minority of the days where you're going to want to maybe, oh, I want to change how I look, how I move and all this. But if the majority of your days you're confident and comfortable, would you rather that, or would you rather it be flipped and the majority of the days you're uncertain and not happy with the body image? So keep that in mind as you journey with us doing fitness, doing movement, that it's that balance. Thank you so much for allowing me to teach. Namaste.